is happening, my friends? What is happening? Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show, your go to spot for sharp insights, bold opinions, and unfiltered takes on the biggest stories of the day, whether it's politics, sports, pop culture, or the latest buzz. Look, we're diving deep and keeping it real. So kick back, stay informed, and get ready to join the conversation. Yes, for those who are watching right now, I do have on sunglasses inside. Let me go ahead and take these off. I had them on the last show. I actually could have left those on lights pretty bright. But anyway, welcome. What's happening, my friends? Um, Thank you so much, as always, for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join the Arrington Gavin Show for yet another great conversation. I truly appreciate it. You could be doing so much other things with your time, but instead you take out the time to listen in and see what your friend, your homie Arrington Gavin has going on. And look, I'm so thrilled once again to be sitting and talking with you, my friends, the listeners, the viewers out there. Uh, Hope you all are having a great evening. Um, we got a lot to unpack on today's show within this hour. We got some big news that happened in the college sports world, specifically in HBCU, which stands for historically black colleges and universities. A huge announcement uh, has just been set and was said to the in the news and on social media. So I'm very excited to share that with you on this show. Also, of course, I'm going to follow up with you with some more politics and political news and yeah, just really and then I also have a question I want to ask you all later on the show. That's pretty. It's a important question to me, and I just want to get your take on it. Um, Again, you are listening. You're tuning into the Arrington Gavin Show. We drop new episodes weeknights, Monday through Fridays, on all digital and streaming platforms. You can stream us on the platforms of YouTube and Rumble. Okay, YouTube and Rumble. Our YouTube channel is R Smooth Club Media. Okay, it's R Smooth Club Media, the letter R, Smooth Club Media, as well as on Rumble at the Arrington Gavin Show. You can listen to us wherever you get your podcast, whether that's Apple, iHeart, Spotify, Odyssey, all major podcast platforms. And you can also listen to us, guys, on our radio affiliate, WDJY 99.1 FM, straight talk out of the metro Atlanta area. Uh, our show airs Monday through Fridays on that station at 11 p.m., as well as online at WDJYFM.com. So there's multiple ways you can catch up and stay up to speed with the program. Look, our socials, you can follow us on Instagram. That is one of our most popular social media platforms. If you can find us on Instagram, stay up to date. Stuff that I can't mention, not I can't, but stuff that I don't have the time to mention on this show. I talk about it on our social media platform. So Instagram at the Arrington Gavin Show, the Arrington Gavin Show on X. Also, you can follow us on, if you're on Substack, Arrington Gavin Show on Substack. I share my just what's on my mind when it comes to certain breaking news and topics going around in conversations. And look, we just officially joined Blue Sky, so you can follow us on Blue Sky at the Arrington Gavin Show. And what's another one? Oh, and Threads at the Arrington Gavin Show. We're on a lot of social media platforms, so we want to make sure we are staying up to speed with the times and all the new social media platforms. So do me a favor, if you're on any of those platforms, please follow us. I truly appreciate that. And yeah, so before I move forward with our show, I always have to acknowledge some of our proud supporters of the Arrington Gavin Show, like our friends over at Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Rugged is the new smooth. It's an all-natural men's grooming line that offers 17 scented beard balms, oils, conditioning shampoos, leave-in moisturizers, beard mist. I'm saying, you name it, they have it. Everything you need, fellas, to help enhance and take care of your facial hair care needs, whether you have a beard, goatee, mustache, you name it. They have all the amazing products that you need to help enhance and make sure your facial hair is taken care of. The skin underneath the hair is taken care of, because look, our facial hair, fellas, is the magnet to bacteria and grease. So if we lack the maintenance then bad things will happen to our facial hair and our skin. I'm talking like itchy irritation, um, flakiness underneath the hair, odor, is what's the word I'm looking for? Hair knots. I mean, you don't want that. So you need a great product, and I highly recommend Rugged Evolution Beard Care. So for more information about Rugged Evolution Beard Care, visit them at their website, www.ruggedevo.com. Again, that's www.ruggedevo.com. And you can follow them on all their social media handles, as well as Instagram at Rugged Evo, as well as on Facebook at Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Let's see what else we got going on. I hope you all are doing great today. Look, I am recovering the day before, well, yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I was I was not feeling well. When I tell you I was not feeling well, woke up the morning and I'm just like, oh man, stomach's not feeling well. So I was like, let me rush to the restroom. And it might be getting a little graphic, but look, y'all my family. I feel like I can tell you everything. And let's just say your boy was letting stuff out front and back, okay, consistently, literally at the same damn time. And you don't realize how painful it is when you do all that kind of straining. And it's like I was not feeling well. My wife was pushing me, like, go to the doctors, go to. I'm like, I'm fine. I just want to rest and chill. But as y'all look, for the married men out there, look, happy wife, happy life. And I'm like, well, this is gonna be a battle. I'm not gonna win. So she forced me to the doctors. And the funny thing is, I'm like, look, babe, all I need to do is just rest my head and just chill. I don't need to go to the doctors. I go to the doctors, man. When I tell you it was a line outside the freaking door in a local urgent care in my hometown, I'm like, and these are like, to me, I'm like, I know I'm not feeling well, but these folks are sick. Okay. I'm hearing people coughing up lungs, a lot of sneezing. I'm like, oh, well, I'm about to be sicker, or if I know I'm about to catch something. I was so like, man, you got to be kidding me. But anyway, I ended up staying and went to the doctor. They said it was like just a virus going around, like a little stomach bug or something. So made sure I just chillax and was just restful, just really just resting that day. Make sure I stayed hydrated, eating light stuff, soups, and the whole 9 yards. So the following day, I'm back to myself as far as just doing what I got to do, because it's a every season for me is busy. So I go back and also met back up with my trainer, and I finished the task. So, I finished the workout, but I was just like, oh my gosh, I was not feeling it. And so I feel like to at the moment I'm a little groggy, but hey, this is like my safe space where I love to enjoy and I have fun doing what I'm doing right now, and that's just having conversations with you all. I consider myself again a conversationalist, a storyteller. That's me. I love doing that, and I love doing it with you all, the listeners and the viewers from abroad. Man, we are continuing to grow this platform. I'm fortunate to mention that we have listeners in from in like 4 different countries, y'all. People who tune into this program is spread out around the world. We have listeners in around 4 different countries. Our listenership is growing tremendously on our radio affiliate WDJY. I mean, the numbers are amazing. Our subscribers on our YouTube as well as on our Rumble channel are growing. I mean, I cannot be more honored and just I mean, I'm honored, man. I mean, it just really warms my heart that we have a great support team. And as we mentioned before, we are officially an award-winning show. We are an award-winning show. We got hardware, y'all. You feel me? We got the hardware to prove it, baby. So hey, I couldn't do it without you guys. All right, Aaron, to calm down. Stop getting so sentimental. I'm good. I said I won't go do this. I said I won't go do this. I'm joking. I'm not gonna cry. But on commercial, I probably will. Anyway, let me go ahead and hit a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have our fun fact of the day, and then we're gonna get going with some of our conversation. So, my friends, do not go anywhere. You are tuning into the Arrington Gavin Show. So, look, we'll be right back. Do not change that dial.
Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Order our scented beard oils and beard balms to help you maintain and grow the perfect beard. Order today. Try our men's care products like the full body exfoliating cleansing bars, body wash, smooth stash, and more. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Rugged Evolution Beard Care. We're your luxury but affordable men's care line. And remember,
rugged is the new smooth.
What is happening, my friends? Welcome back to the Arrington Gavin Show. I am your guy, Arrington Gavin. Again, be sure to follow me on Instagram at the Arrington Gavin Show, as well as on X, Blue Sky, which we're very, very new to Blue Sky, as well as Substack. Check out my Substack, ArringtonGavinShow.substack, where I just vent, man. I just vent what's on the mind, man. I just share what's on the mind, and I will be doing a piece very soon in regards to one of our topics that we'll be discussing today. So it'll be really good if you can tune into that Substack. So let's get it going with our fun fact, the tradition here on the program we always love to do. Just, starting off the convo with the quick fun fact. I always love to share some new stuff with you all, because why? It's just always good to have some, some knowledge that you probably wasn't familiar or just never knew. So it's always good to have that up your, have that in your hip pocket. Look, today's fun fact is, did you guys know that grapes are fatally toxic to cats and dogs? Now, I knew this about dogs. Now, I didn't know it was really, well, I guess so. I remember a vet telling me that it's really bad for the dog's kidneys. I'm not sure, I guess, what's in it. I don't know if it's the sugar content or something, but they said it's extremely bad for their kidneys. Now, I didn't know the same thing in regards to cats, but yes, so for all you animal lovers out there, dogs and cat lovers, or dog and cat owners that feed your dog anything including grapes, well, I'm trying to tell you, grapes are fatally toxic to your pet. So please, if you're doing it, please stop, because you're not helping, you're harming your pet. So because there's folks out there that just love to feed dogs whatever. They're just like, oh, I'll just give me a little bit, just give me a little bit. And I'm like, no, that's not good. So yes, that is your fun fact today. Well, not really fun, but it's a fact. It's your quick fact. All right, my friends, let's move it on. So I mentioned earlier that I had some big news to share that had occurred in the world of college football, specifically HBCUs, historically black colleges and universities, HBCUs. So whenever you hear folks say, hey, these are the non-African American folks out there that are listening, for those who are unfamiliar with what the term HBCU stands for, the acronym HBCUs, whenever you hear people talk about HBCU this, HBCU that, HBCU again stands for historically black colleges and universities. Now, if you hear us talk about PWIs, that stands for predominantly white universities. Predominantly white institutions. PWIs, predominantly white institutions. So let's get it going with the biggest announcement, man. I was so happy when I heard about this. So Michael Vick, 4-time Pro Bowler. I believe he played in the league for about 13 years, close to 14 years in the league. He was just named the next football coach for Norfolk State University. Behold the green and gold. Behold the green and gold. This is a huge deal for the university. It's a huge deal for the area because Michael Vick is a hometown guy, Hampton Roads native. He is originally from Newport News, Virginia, which is a part of the 7 cities. Hampton Roads, Virginia consists of 7 cities. You have Chesapeake, Virginia Beach, Norfolk. You have Hampton, Portsmouth, Newport News. Hold on. And I believe Suffolk. Yes. So there's your 7. We are known for having a lot of athletic talent that come out of the area. Michael Vick is one of them. But if you want to go back historically, oh my God, we have Well, obviously Bruce Smith, NFL Hall of Famer, the all-time sack leader, NFL sack leader. Um, Plaxico Burress, Super Bowl winning wide receiver, played for the Giants, Jets, Steelers. I believe those are the only squads he played for. Plaxico Burr, sorry, I said Plaxico Burress. Antoine Bethea, D'Angelo Hall, uh, uh, the Barber brothers, I think, is from Virginia as well, the state of Virginia. But let me specifically talk on Hampton Roads. Tyrod Taylor, uh, EJ Manuel, um, Don Carey, my buddy Don Carey, who's I've had on the show many times. Greg Scott, I mean, the list goes on and on as far as men that has played that's gone to have great careers in the NFL that are from the Hampton Roads areas. But like I said, Michael Vick is one of them. And so the awesome thing, let me actually grab let me grab a different photo because I'm looking at this one and I'm like, uh-oh. Let's see here. Let me grab a much better one to give some great respect to Sir Michael Vick, the one and the only Michael Vick. Let's see here. There we go. So it was rumored that possibly he will be, in conversation with the university, because Michael Vick has never coached. He's never been a head coach of a squad. This is new ground for him. I remember post retirement, he was doing a little bit of consulting with either the Steelers or the Atlanta Falcons. I'm forgetting which squad it was with, but he was just doing some, working out with the quarterbacks, just providing some assistance and things like that, but nothing like too serious, nothing long term. But he had since been doing sports analysts. Now let's kind of go back in the career of Michael Vick. Born and raised Newport News, went on to play football in Virginia Tech Hokies. He was drafted, had an amazing career with the Atlanta Falcons at the time, signed one of the highest uh uh you know contracts for a quarterback. He really changed the game as far as athletic QBs. He was a lefty, he was quick as hell, he was fast, he had broke records, right? He eventually had a very very a very what's the word I'm looking for, severe issue that occurred during his career, and it was in regards to dog fights that was held at one of his properties, illegal dog fighting. And let me go ahead and give you a little more specifics on that. I mean, again, a lot of those who are familiar with who Michael Vick is are always good to remember the case, the story that occurred with that. Let's see here. So it came to a halt in 2007. He pleaded guilty for his involvement in a dog fighting ring and spent 21 months in federal prison. 21 months in federal prison. His arrest and subsequent conviction garnered Vick notoriety with the general public, which lasted throughout the rest of his career. Obviously, he was released by the Falcons shortly before leaving for prison. Now, here's what killed me. Yes, he broke the law. He served his time. He served his time where he was found guilty on, and comes back. He turns his life around. He gives more than just money to to animal uh, uh um animal organizations and animal rescue organizations in the whole 9 yards. He's He's speaking at a lot of these functions, even when he's still receiving criticism, right? Because one thing America loves is they dogs. All right. Most people love their dogs more than they love themselves. They love their dogs more than they love their children. People put their dogs in their will. I mean, they go above and beyond for their dogs. And so that then and there, that was the worst case that could really that really put a dent in his career. He spent the 21 months after he left from prison. He started to still stay active, exercise, and he made a comeback career. He did. He came back to the NFL. Um, and played for an additional maybe like 7 years after that. Let me see here. Um, so from 2001 to 2006, he played for the Atlanta Falcons. In 2009, all right, 2009, so almost 3 years, he came back and played for. He signed with the Philadelphia Eagles at the time, who gave him hell. Not the Philadelphia Eagles, but just again organizer protesters who will still to this day say, "Oh, he's the devil. He's this. He's that. He's that." And he received a lot of heat. He lasted with the Philadelphia Eagles from 2009 to 2013. Then he signed with the New York Jets in 2014, and then he ended off playing. Had his last career with the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2015. Um, so again, I mentioned he was doing some consulting work. So it wasn't with the Atlanta Falcons. It was actually a squad named the Atlanta Legends, who was a part of the Alliance, the AAF League, Alliance of American Football. So he was an advisory role, nothing too serious. But just to give you again some more of his career as an NFL player, NFL Comeback Player of the Year in 2010, four-time Pro Bowler, uh, NFL records he holds, career yards per carry, as well as career rushing yards by a quarterback. So this man is first ballot Hall of Fame. Well, should be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, again, he really changed the game. So I go back to explaining how major this is for Norfolk State University, which has been it's a prominent HBCU school. I said, behold the green and gold. That's one of their sayings. Behold the green and gold. Norfolk State Spartans. Great thing about being a resident, being from Hampton Roads, Virginia, we're surrounded by so many great HBCUs. Norfolk State being one of them, as well as Hampton University, Hampton Pirates. Hampton University is one of the most prestigious HBCUs in the world. You hear me? So going back to Vick, uh, their previous coach at Norfolk State University, Dawson Odoms, had a 4-year stay leading the program and had a record of 15-31. Not really successful 4 years with Norfolk State. I've gone to Norfolk State games many times. Majority of my family are Norfolk State graduates. I mean, literally almost everybody in my family are Norfolk State graduates. I took a summer class there, so I still have my Spartan card, and I feel as though like, hey, I'm a Spartan as well too. Um, every time I attend a Norfolk State game, it's never a sold out crowd. Okay, I'm gonna just say the stadium could hold maybe 10,000 plus, could probably more. Let me actually check as I'm talking with you guys. Let's see. Um, Dick Price Stadium. Says here 30,000. It can hold 30 flipping thousand people at Dick Price Stadium. When I tell you the games I attended, you probably averaged 4,000. Okay, which is not successful when it comes to revenue for the university. And it still gets support from from the area, as well as alum, but it does not, they never had successful seasons. This right here will not only, I believe, bring a lot of revenue to the university, it will bring great press and public press and I mean, since Vick had Vick and Norfolk State made the announcement. I mean, it's been on publications, ESPN. I'll play a soundbite actually from Stephen A. Smith speaking on it. NPR, you name it. All social media platforms and news networks have spoken. Fox News even mentioned. I mean, this is a big deal. It's a big freaking deal. So let me read you a little more of this in context. This is reported by NPR. Talking about former QB Michael Vick said he has accepted a head coaching position at Norfolk State University in Virginia. My quote, it says, "It's an honor to announce that I'll be the new head coach of Norfolk State University. Looking forward to coming back home." Vick is a native of Newport News, Virginia, about 30 miles from north of Norfolk. University officials did not confirm the deal, but the Virginia Pilot, a newspaper between Norfolk and Newport News, reported that multiple sources and an introductory news conference would be held within that week. So they've already pretty much had that plan. I mentioned a little bit of background, of him playing at Tech, having a successful career there, having a successful career in the NFL. Let's see here. In his NFL career, he accumulated about 28,000 total yards and 169 touchdowns. He retired in 2017, holding the all-time record for quarterback rushing yards with about 6,100. He has since become an animal activist and an analyst for Fox Sports. So again, great career, doing great. He didn't need this. He was already making, a ton of money as an analyst. He was doing great. But you know what? I think guys like Deion Sanders, like an Eddie George, Deion Sanders made it cool for big name personality, public figures out of the sports world to commit to an HBCU because this can be I can literally plan this whole episode just talking about it, but HBCUs has always, in my opinion, never got the right recognition from the public when it comes to being taken serious as a university for academics as well as for sports. Every top prospect player out of high school wants to go to either the big time sports schools, your Alabamas, your Clemsons, your Notre Dame, your UNC, your big time sports schools. Mostly your PWIs was considered your big time sports schools. HBCUs was never looked upon as a big time sports school. It was looked upon as an underfunded, black university, and that's it. That is it. But now it is a new sheriff in town. When Deion went to Jackson State, he brought in so much money to the university. He took a huge pay cut because universities can't pay these coaches like they do, like your Dabo Sweeney or your Kirby Smarts. They can't pay 10 millions and millions of dollars to these coaches in HBCUs. At the max, they might get $1 million or two, but they can't afford coaches like that. When Deion made that announcement, man, that was such a huge deal, and it helped. It brought in revenue to the city. It brought in revenue to the university. He turned a losing program into a winning program. Okay, he eventually went on to a larger atmosphere with the University of Colorado. But hey guys, he wasn't the only one. Eddie George, Hugh Jackson, oh Lord, well, at the time, Ed Reed wanted to take a gamble and coach at Bethune. That obviously didn't work out. But now we got Michael Vick, which again, this is a great way, to get your feet wet too for guys that really want to pursue coaching football. And Vic, I mean, Vick is loving this. Vic, this is a big deal for Michael Vick. This is a new career change for him. He's coming back home. He's a Hampton Roads native. I pray for a successful season, but I also think that this will help with the recruitment process. With a lot of guys saying, "Hey, look, I want to play for Michael Vick. He's one of the greatest. I want to go to them and turn this program around and really make some noise." You know what I mean? I think this will be major. It's going to be great press. I can't wait until the tickets start going on sale for the season, because I know the first home game will be packed. It will be a packed house, and that's the crowd. 30,000 folks. That's how it should be, y'all. That's how it should be. Um, Again, I'm thrilled about it. Let me go ahead. I told you I had a soundbite to play for you all. So let me go ahead and find that for you. Stephen A. Smith recently had shared his thoughts um that, and then I also have matter of fact, let me play you this first one. This is one of Michael Vick's uh old high school football coaches, Tommy Riemann, who coached Vick both in Ferguson and Warwick High School, and this is what he had to say in regards to the great news about Vick coming to Norfolk State University, becoming their head coach. Let me go ahead and play you that soundbite, and then we'll move it on, and I'll play you Stephen A. Smith's take on it. Let me go ahead and find that for you guys.
I've had 11 coaches call me in the last 72 hours. 11. And they all want a job, and or they don't want to play Norfolk State. That's nice because of Michael Vick. Michael sat right over there about 10 days ago, and we talked about coaching, and we knew nothing about this. All right. He could be a coach. And I've always talked to all of my players about one day coaching. He's going to be a great one. Okay. Because he's been around good teaching. I've had 11.
So you heard him right there. He didn't know this was coming. They had the conversation talking about coaching, but his own coach that he speaks with heavenly was like, I didn't see this coming. we just had a regular conversation talking about coaching. I did not know this was coming our way. But you just never know. Let me go ahead and where is that? Okay, here we go. So Stephen A. Smith had to share this on First Take, and then we'll move it on to a quick commercial break, and we'll move it on to another conversation here. Let me see.
I think that Michael Vick was an absolute superstar in college. Had a lot of potential in the pros, made a lot of mistakes both on and off the field that have been well chronicled. So there's a lot that he can teach to a lot of the young minds out there about the do's and the don'ts if you want to be successful in collegiate sports and beyond. There's a lot to be said about his experiences and bringing that practical experience along with the burdens of stardom and what have you, and how that can derail you. So it's not just about football, it's about more than that. I know he's knowledgeable about football. How good is he at teaching it, the way in Eddie George at Tennessee State has proven to be, the way Deion Sanders now at Colorado, formerly at Jackson State, has proven to be, remains to be seen. But I love the fact that a program like Norfolk State is giving a Virginia boy this opportunity to prove himself. I don't mind.
Yeah, I love the move.
I'm happy about it.
So, and look, Stephen A. Smith is an HBCU alum. Stephen A. I forgot which university, but he does a lot for HBCUs. They do a big thing called HBCU Week, where he takes First Take to different HBCUs, and they tape their show live on that HBCU campus. So he does, and he's helped give a lot of money to HBCUs. So I know he's thrilled about this, man. I know he is. And again, I'm very excited because I'm happy for the university. They definitely need this kind of momentum to, help uplift their spirits. And, again, I mentioned before, it's a new flipping sheriff in town. Let's go on, my friends, moving on from this story. Let's see what else. Let's see. So I want to bring up moving on, leaving sports for a little bit, going to politics. Your boy, 47th president elect Donald Trump recently had a huge win in a lawsuit case brought against ABC News. That's right, my friends. Donald J. Trump won a $15 million settlement from ABC News after reporter inaccurately claimed he was found liable for rape. All right. Says here that the lawsuit stemmed from comments made by ABC News anchor George Stephanopoulos during a March 2024 interview on ABC News Sunday public affairs show, where he inaccurately claimed that Donald Trump had been found liable for rape in a civil case instead of sexual assault. So he said he was found liable for rape in a civil case instead of sexual assault. So he was found liable of sexual assault. I'm gonna say that again, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all think on this one because I'm not gonna share my thoughts. But I'll give my thoughts, but I'll be really, safe as far as with it. He was found liable for sexual assault, but not found liable for rape. So there is a difference between being sexually assaulted and rape. So wanted to read you guys this article reported by the Daily Beast in regards to that, because again, George Stephanopoulos, one of their key anchors for the network. He's on Good Morning America. He does the what is the weekly Sunday show. I forgot what the hell it's even called. It's called something, but he's one of their their main guys. Recently George Stephanopoulos inks a new deal with ABC News amid of the fallout of that contract. Says here that Stephanopoulos, who was recently on the losing end of a $15 million settlement agreement between Walt Disney Corporations and President-elect Donald Trump, has signed a new multi-year deal with ABC News, according to the LA Times. Exact details of the network's deal with Stephanopoulos who earns somewhere around 20 million annually will remain unclear. Now, recently, Trump and ABC News reached a settlement agreement in defamation lawsuit the president-elect filed against the outlet after Stephanopoulos inaccurately said that he was found civilly liable for raping writer E. Jean Carroll in the 90s. Now, I'm reading a quote here. Donald Trump has been found liable for rape by a jury. Stephanopoulos repeatedly told Representative Nancy Mace during the This Week interview. Trump's suit said Stephanopoulos defamed him as the juror found him liable for sexual abuse, not rape. Some articles say sexual assault, but not rape. ABC News ultimately agreed to pay $15 million towards Trump's presidential library and $1 million in legal fees. The Times reported that Disney chief executive Bob Iger approved the agreement, citing sources close to the deal. Now, an ABC representative declined the LA Times request for comment on Stephanopoulos' reported new deal and issues executives may have had with the Trump-related blunder seemingly fell by the wayside thanks to a falling ratings at Good Morning America, which recently fell behind NBC's Today, the Times noted. Now, see, this is interesting, guys, because I'm not an attorney, and I would love to have an attorney on to make more sense on it, because assault, rape, obviously they're explaining that it is two different things, or sexual abuse is two different things. Again, I'm not an attorney. To me, it sounds pretty similar, but I'm not an attorney. But one thing I have noticed is you got guys like Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, you have folks that are multi, gazillionaires, even media outlets that are kind of laying off of their personal take on Trump as as a person on his political views and stuff like that. Uh, you know, Zuckerberg and Bezos has donated money to his inauguration, or had donated money to his inauguration. You have here ABC News, which has never been a team Trump supported kind of person. That's kind of like saying, okay, let's just give him this money so we can say, hey, trying to get on his good side because hey, look, a lot of folks are anxious and worried about how the new administration will, even try to allow liberal media because there's rumors that it might be the end of liberal media as far as on the cable networks. We just don't know. I think they're a little over exaggerated. I doubt it that you will see them um really go away because see what had occurred on the conservative media outlets. They suffered huge losses as far as money wise. Newsmax, Fox News, they they got hit in their pockets. But guess what? They're still on, and they're still one of the highest rated programs, conservative channels in the world. So obviously, it didn't do but so much damage. MSNBC is hurting in the ratings. ABC News hurting in the ratings. I was reading an article which I'll talk a little bit about on another episode, but MSNBC fell behind the ratings from News Nation, which is a hey, huge plus for News Nation because they are continuing to grow as a younger more unbiased network. Unlike MSNBC, it's hard to be on the opposite end of the viewpoint to a guy that just won by a landslide in the election, as well as conservatives just winning everything as far as the House and Senate. So it's hard for liberal media to really succeed post election, and also during the during the beginning and the end and beginning of this of the years. It's interesting. It is interesting seeing how this goes away. Now I'm honored to be a part of the independent media. I'm no journalist. I'm an opinionated guy. I give you my honest opinion on what I think. I don't go reading article or not article, but I don't go doing my own research. Now I do try to give you factual things, right? I don't give it to you from unbiased or bias, from my point of view. No, I'm giving you stuff from the right, the left, the middle. That's what I do. I bring up the conversation, I give you my thoughts, let you sink in, look at it for yourself, you do your own research. Hey, if you think I'm wrong, if you share your opinion, boom, you can share your opinion by leaving us a comment. That's all for it. That's what having conversations are about. I don't expect for you to, oh, Arrington said that. Arrington, no. But as far as this new thing happening with the quote unquote liberal media or legacy media, a lot of folks are anxious. But kudos for ABC to still stick with their guy. They're not saying, okay, we're gonna let him go, because some medias will be like, oh, he has to be fired. We have to part ways because he made us look bad. And we even had to, we even lost a lawsuit, from Donald Trump, who he doesn't he's a guy that's usually on the opposing end. He's the one losing the lawsuits, or losing in the courtrooms per se. But yeah, so yeah, Trump has yet another big win, and I know it's not going to be the last time you hear about it. He's going to say, I told you they tried to defame me, but they were wrong. About time the left-leaning media, mainstream media, you lost. You lost. Trump won. I won. I won. I won. I won. Show me the money. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. Uh, what bugs me though about Trump though, when you start saying just the media in general, like stop it. Just stop it with that. Oh, they're against me. They're not real. They're not accurate. This is like I at least give. I'm not gonna say all of Fox News is inaccurate. They're gonna give you some accurate stuff, and then as a whole, they yes, they do have their biases. Every news platform are going to give you their, their quotas in a sense. Like I said, News Nation unbiased. That's what they promote. MSNBC is going to give you more progressive. CNN is trying to be more of the neutral, left, center left kind of news. Um, Fox is going to give you right and all right, no center right. They're going to give you a right. All right. They're going to give you conservative media. So it's just everybody has their own biases. But when you start criticizing all the media, I mean, it's just like to me a whiny thing, in my opinion. Let's see here. We're gonna take another quick commercial break, my friends. When we come back, we'll have more here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Arrington Gavin Show. Look, um I wanted to bring up this story because I thought it was, for one, I thought it was, you know, really sweet. I thought, oh, this is cute. So, actress, comedian, star of the hit show Community, if you remember that comedy show that used to be on TV, it was very popular. Yvette Nicole Brown. I've seen her in a lot of projects, and very talented person, very talented person. Recently just tied the knot for the first time at the age of 53. You hear me? At the age of 53. And I want to see, how old is her husband? Do they mention? Do they mention? They do not, but um she's had a great career. I mean, she's stays working, and you one thing what I love about this story is it's a never giving up story. It's a never saying, well, I guess it's just not going to be for me. This is not for me. So, okay, so she fell in love. It says here at 51, got engaged at 52, and then just got married at 53. My question for you all is, does marriage have an age limit? Because being that Miss Yvette Nicole Brown never gave up on love or finding love, she said, you know what? This is my forever partner in crime. And it's, look, this is good. This is it. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. So let me read this. This is an article reported by People Magazine. And let me start from the top. Says here that she married her husband Anthony Davis, not the Anthony Davis that plays in the NBA, but this Anthony Davis. Says here they got married in an intimate, classy, and fun wedding surrounded by 200 guests at the Mayborn Beverly Hills in Los Angeles. Ooh, fancy. She tells people that she had no hesitation about saying I do. I quote, she said, I had no nerves when it came to marrying this man. He is the one for me, absolutely. The actress says that she was most looking forward to the special moment when she walked down the aisle with her brother Paris, who stepped in for her father, who has Alzheimer's disease. Her mother died in 2021, and Davis' parents are no longer living, making the occasion bittersweet for the couple because really both their parents really couldn't witness this occasion. She said, so my brother and his sister stood in, so it was nice to walk down the aisle towards family with family, even if it's not the family we wish had in those roles. But in an emotional moment, Davis ended up surprising his bride by arranging to have her father attend the wedding after coordinating with his care facility. Wow. She also she was also excited to have all of her all of our friend groups and sides of and sides of our families meeting for the first time. The mending of these families is what I'm super excited. Brown made her trip to the altar to music played by violinist Alan Price. Surrounded her, and her hands were blush colored flowers by Eddie Zarrella, who I can't pronounce that name, and TikTok Couture Floor. You know, these Hollywood folks. They have people that say, well, you can't. I've had this for I had the amazing hairstyles by Gabrielle Zura, and the flowers flown in from Paris. Like, I can't say this crap. Anyway, it was decorated very nice. Okay, it was decorated extremely nice. Makeup was by professionals. It was nice. It was nice. Okay, says here, for the first time she ever tried on a wedding dress was actually for an episode of Nickelodeon's Drake and Josh, in which her character Helen the Boys gets married. She said, I cried when I saw myself in the wedding dress, and the wardrobe woman thought I was crying because I looked so beautiful. Brown recalls, first of all, I'm not that kind of chick to cry because I look beautiful. I was crying because I was like, this may be the only time I'm in a wedding dress. And to realize that all these years later, I was wrong, and that I get to have my bridal moment as well, and my happy ending as well. It's amazing. Oh, isn't that sweet? Um, again, y'all, beautiful story, right? Beautiful story. But I want to ask you all, does marriage have an age limit? Because me personally, I'll be honest. We always hear folks will say, oh, it's never too late to find love. I do think it's certain. I don't think it's never too late to find love, but I do think marriage in general has an age limit, right? If I'm 53, mm, eh. Now if I'm 60, you're pushing it. If I'm 70, most likely I'm not in a rush for marriage. I will love to find a forever partner, but we don't have to say we're married. Like, why? Because it's tax write-offs or something, or a tax break? I like, no. It, to me, it's I'll be honest, when I when I'm probably sound like a Scrooge saying this, but when I read stories about people in their 80s and their, and 90, oh, they get married and they're not. Why? Especially if I'm knocking on that door. Like, come on. If I'm knocking on that door on life, why? Because it's just cute for a good photo op and a good story? No. You can look, I know folks that have been together for years and they consider themselves husband and wife, but they don't, by paper they're not married. Okay? Now, I personally think marriage is around the, I don't know. I'm gonna just say 21 to I'm gonna say 21 to maybe 55. 21 to 55. That's me. That's me. To me, I feel like that's that age limit. When you start getting to 60, oh, it's cute, but it's like, okay, now if we get married at 60, how many good years do I have, to enjoy the married life? Do I want to start by, kind of having the baby stages of a marriage? Because look, you're in the puppy love stage early in marriage, and then you kind of it's like a child, right? Babies are cute as toddlers. Then what they call, you have your terrible twos where then you got your five, your fours, your teenagers when they start getting that mouth on them. You get grown and like everything has stages, right? So in a marriage, like they love each other right now. I guarantee you, they're gonna be a period where they're gonna have their arguments like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm serious. Like, I wouldn't want to have that at an older age. I don't want to be arguing off of nonsense stuff when I'm in my 60s. Like, I will not. I just won't do it. Now I'm young. Obviously, we're still young as my wife and I. We're young. We learn from each other and all that good stuff. But I do not I wouldn't want to, at if I'm 60. No. if I met my wife at 60, I would hope. Now she obviously, I think she would probably disagree with me on this one, but I would just love to be, you know, partners for the rest of our lives. A boyfriend and girlfriend for the rest of our life. Like it's like we're 60. Why do we even have to have a wedding? This that, and I get it. And who doesn't love the fairy tale ending, right? Beautiful ceremony, a huge event celebrating you two, gifts galore, the whole process of picking out outfits, this and that and the other. It's beautiful, but I feel as though that caters more to the ladies, right? For men, yeah, it's good to get the suits and this and that. You got your bachelor parties, you got your your partying, your pregame. Like I remember my wedding, like it was a beautiful week. I was hanging with my homeboys, we were getting our sip on, we were partying like it was no tomorrow. We had a blast, right? But and would I do it again? Absolutely. But I think we should bring up the conversation, the question of does marriage have an age limit? Share that with your friends. Get your take. It's anytime you have a family gathering or just a gathering of friends, ask that question just to get everybody's idea. Do you think marriage has an age limit? Right? Would you want to get married if you are 60 or 70 or even in your 50s? Right? Now, 50s is not old. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody in their 50s. I'm just speaking on, you know, obviously people mainly shared this because they're like, okay, this is a typical, another celebrity getting married. What's so big about this is because she gets married at 53. Okay. She's getting married at 53. So obviously they're bringing age in it because they're like, wow, you never gave up. Why 53? Why still pursue it? Right. So again, y'all, I leave you with the question: does marriage have an age limit? Does marriage have an age limit? Look, I will follow up with you all on the next show after speaking with folks and friends and family to get their take on it. And then I'll share a little bit probably in the beginning of the show on our next episode. But I'm just curious. I'm very curious because once again, um I see stories of people get married in their, older age. Both of them are, divorce divorcees or widows and this and that. I'm like, all righty. But they never gave up. Again, I'm happy for Miss Yvette Nicole Brown. I'm a fan of her work. She's extremely talented, extremely humble. She's one of those celebrities that you can always say, I would love to like just meet her or just be her friend. Like she just seems so relatable, down to earth. Um, and again, you're happy for good people, right? Who deserves happiness. So just interesting. All right, friends, as always, man, time goes by so freaking fast. But until next time, you know what to do. Continue to support listening to the Arrington Gavin Show Monday through Fridays at 11 p.m. on WDJY 99.1 FM Straight Talk. You can also tune into the program available on all digital and streaming platforms, podcast platforms, as well as on the streaming platforms of YouTube and Rumble. Be sure to follow us on Instagram as well as on our new social media platform, Blue Sky. So you can follow us on so many platforms, X, Substack as well. Continue to support us. And yeah, stay safe out there. Be blessed. And I will see you next time, my friends. Take care. I'm out.